finding simple, plain, high contrast wallpaper would be an easy thing, but apparently not. A lot of times when you check apps like Cool Wallpapers HD, they will have high contrast wallpapers, but they are not plain wallpapers. And this can sometimes be a problem if you're visually impaired. So I'm going to show you how you can create your own. That's coming right up. But first, before I get to that, a couple of things. I've decided that for the summer, I'm going to do a video every other Saturday just to give myself a break so I can enjoy the summer, because a lot of work does go into making these videos. And also because I want to get ahead for when I am going on vacation later on this year. But not to worry, I'm not going anywhere. I just might take the odd weekend off. But of course, you can always hit that subscribe button right below down there to the lower right, and that way you'll get instant notifications every time I post a video. Also, for those who have seen my recent videos about my sarcoma experience with cancer, not to worry, this channel is not changing into Circle of the Lumpy People. It's just something I've been doing for the month of July to help spread awareness about sarcoma, since obviously it's near and dear to my heart since I am a sarcoma survivor. But as you can see, I am back at the tech videos, so let's get right to it.
Low on vision, high on tech. CircleoftheBlindMice.com.
Everybody, it's Tammy, your friend with a blind mouse who likes to babble about technology. Back again with a quick tech tip video. And this week's video is inspired by Alex Mann over on Facebook, who asked about how to create a black or white background on Android. In many cases, when you go on to one of those apps, for example, Cool Wallpapers HD, and you search for black or white wallpapers, you find them, but the thing is they have other patterns, or it's very rare that you find a wallpaper that is completely black or completely white without other stuff. And sometimes, as someone who's visually impaired, you may want to have just a simple black wallpaper like you see here. Now you'll notice my dock here is a pinkish color, and that's because I've customized it, but my wallpaper itself, I'll show you here, is truly all black. So I'm going to show you how to do this rather than going through tons and tons of wallpapers on a wallpaper app, because the built-in, also the Android, I should also mention they've built-in wallpapers within Android that come with it, especially like, for example, on my Samsung phone, they all have patterns. There's nothing that is just a simple clean black or simple clean white. So there is a really easy way to do it, and it involves just a couple of steps. All you need is Google or a search engine, but I'd recommend using Google, as well as you just need to know how to do a screenshot on your phone, and then you need a basic photo editing app. For example, if you have a Samsung phone, you'll have Gallery, and then if you go into the Samsung apps and download Studio for your gallery, you can easily crop and edit photos. So I've already got everything queued up here, because while I'm screen recording, I cannot talk to Google. My mic can't do two things at once, obviously. So I will just bring up, let's do the black wallpaper first to show you how I've created what I've got here. So we'll just tap on one of these. And I'm actually going to put my phone into horizontal mode because this is not working the way I want it to. So let me just go back here. Okay, so once you've done your Google search, you're going to get a list of a number of wallpapers. And the way that I got this was I just did a Google search, and then I tapped on images to get image results. So even some of these are not pure black. Actually, in this one, of course, I picked the pure black one to start with. But like, for example, this one here, there's a little bit of a white spot almost in there. This one also has some other colors. So you see what I mean? But this one, or here's like another one's got colors and whatnot. So maybe you don't want that. You just want something clean black. So this is pretty good. But I like this first one. So what you're going to do is to do a screenshot, you're going to hold simultaneously at the same time, you're going to hold your home button and your power button like this. till you hear and see your phone click. This has now put a screenshot in my gallery. So let me pull up my gallery, which I already have loaded. Okay, so you end up with a screenshot that looks like this, but you'll notice I've got the top of my phone is actually in that shot, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to go up to the upper right hand corner, tap on the menu button, and I'm going to tap on crop. So this has already got it exactly as I wanted. It's selected the black square in the middle there. So I am going to hit save. And now instead of the photo with the bar up top, I have got this. So now that you've got this, you just tap again on the menu button on the upper right hand corner, and you're going to select set as. And then you just choose whether you want it to be the home screen or the home and lock screen. I just want it to be my home screen. So I say that, and now it's brings up this another window that looks like the cropping window again. And it's already centered because all it is black. So I'm just going to save it as is. And then that gives you what we have here, a crisp, clean, all black wallpaper. And Android's font is by default set to white, so that's all that there's required. Now Alex, though, he prefers an all white background. So before I do the all white, I'm going to go into Nova Launcher and I'm going to change my font to black. Now there is a system font, or not a system font, rather. There's an option in the accessibility settings under Vision in Android 6.0 and above, where you can choose to have high contrast fonts. However, in my opinion, it looks like crap. If you look at the font now, so right now it looks okay, but you'll notice that when I change this to a white screen, it's still going to be showing white. So what I prefer to do is use Nova Launcher to make the font black. And I'm just going to double check something here. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I actually did double check. I check marked that, and yeah, so the high contrast font is on, but I'm going to keep it enabled for the time being just so you can see what it looks like, so you can judge for yourself how good or bad it looks. All right, so we're going to repeat the same process now to make a clear white wallpaper. So I've already got my Google search up and going here. So there we go, white wallpaper. I'm going to tap on images. Alright, so right off the bat, it's not completely all white. You notice there's some darkness on the edges. So I'm just going to tap on it so I can scroll through. So that's a little better, but it still looks to me like there's still not pure white. Okay, here we go. This looks good enough. Alright, so I am going to do a screenshot. So again, hold simultaneously the home button and the power button. There we go. Now I'm going to go back into my gallery. Okay, so here's the shot that I just took. And actually that one kind of looks like it's got some dark edges actually as well. So let me go to one that I had taken earlier when I was doing a test run of this. Alright, so here's the white square I found earlier, and again you've got the bar up top, so I am just going to crop it once again. So this one requires a little bit of adjusting because you'll notice it doesn't quite get the square, so I'm going to shrink that down by tapping and dragging on those little dots, and there we go. Okay, so that looks good enough to me. I've dragged the dots to be around the edges of the white square, and now I'm going to tap save. Okay, so now I have got a nice clean wallpaper like this, nice clean square. So we're going to click on the menu and click on Set As. I'm going to tap on home screen to set it as my wallpaper. And it's already selected it just perfectly. Let me just see, will it let me? No, it won't let me. Basically, you can just drag it, but it was already pretty perfectly centered, so I really didn't need to even move it. So I'm just going to hit save. Here we go. Now you'll notice that the text has almost completely disappeared. The text is now white, but with a black edge, and I don't like that so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swipe up to enable my Nova Launcher settings. Now this is a separate app which you'll have to install, and I've talked about this on a few of my previous videos. But I'm going to go into desktop, and then I'm going to go into icon layout. If you saw my iOS versus Android video, you'll have seen me go into the screen before. And I am going to select, I'm going to change the font color. So down here we've got normal and we've got color. So I'm going to tap on this little circle on the right hand side. I'm going to tap black, and there we go. It saves it just like that. I don't have to hit save or anything like that. So you notice the font is now black underneath my little job app that I've got there. Now I've got these are all folders here, so there isn't any I haven't labeled my folders, so there's no text underneath. If you are new to Android, having moved over from iOS, you'll notice that you do have to do that extra step with the font, so you're going to want something like Nova Launcher. Unfortunately, Android doesn't by default allow you to change the font. You do have to install a third-party app to have that feature, whereas with iOS, one great thing about iOS is that when you have a photo, iOS automatically detects the color of your photo, and then it automatically chooses whether or not to make that, what it automatically chooses what color your font should be depending on the background. So Alex, if you're watching, hopefully this helps you out, and anybody else who's been wondering how you can just get a nice clean high contrast background. Thanks very much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video. Here at Circle of the Blind Mice are bringing these videos because I believe technology enriches the lives of those of us with visual impairments. My mission is to help you learn tech, use tech, and embrace tech. Please share this video to help spread the word to your fellow blind mice, and if you're new here, please subscribe for new videos every Saturday. Thanks for watching.